know the Messiah, I'll tell you this, you probably won't believe this, but you know what I'm saying? There's this person in Korea who had a vision of the Prophet Muhammad in hell, and he's burning. A lot of people don't want to believe that, but I mean, the things he was saying.
I can actually believe that more because the most population of Muslims in the world are actually Asian. Right.
And exactly. And they had a vision, and in the vision they saw the Prophet Muhammad burning in hell right now. And he's yelling and going off saying that, you know, Esau or Jesus was the only way. He wasn't just a prophet.
Yeah, but remember, you don't go to hell when you die. You don't go to Sheol and you wait till judgment. It's not hell. It's not the lake of fire. The lake of fire is where she would have seen Prophet Muhammad burning, and judgment didn't happen yet. So how did she see that? How is he burning? He's only going to burn in the lake of fire after Judgment Day. So how did? No. When we're talking about the vision, though. Exactly, that's my point. How did she see him burning in the lake in fire, which is the lake of fire, if Judgment Day didn't happen yet? Huh? But the Bible doesn't say that. The Bible says your spirit goes into Sheol. It's basically the grave. It's basically a resting place for the dead. And then Judgment Day happens, and then you either go to heaven or you burn in the lake of fire. My question is, if Judgment Day didn't occur yet, which it didn't, how did she see Prophet Muhammad burning? Because that does not happen in Sheol, where Prophet Muhammad's soul would be.
Well, correct, because if you look at Luke 16, YAHUSHUA, I don't understand how people read the Bible and they say, well, you don't go to hell after this. In Luke 16, where did YAHUSHUA HaMashiach say that the rich man went after his death? Read it for yourself. Where did YAHUSHUA say the rich man went?
Where does it say?
After he died.
What does it say?
You have a Bible? I don't have a Bible on me. I can tell you can paraphrase, but you can read it for yourself.
Paraphrase it.
To elaborate, this was a rich man who was wicked while he was on the earth.
That was a parable. I read that verse. That was a parable.
See, but okay, show me where he said this is a parable. I want to see that verse.
I mean, I have to read.
Say it was a parable.
I have to.
Okay, but supposing
it is though. You know it is though.
Where did he go?
You know.
It was a parable. Where did he go?
Okay, hold on. You want me to pull up the verse? I'll pull it up.
Pull it up and read it.
Hold on.
And then you have to show me where he said it's a parable.
You won't say that it was a parable. Not say that. That's modern literacy.
No, because in other parables he did teach where it says, and then Jesus told him a parable. And he actually said many times where he said the parable of the fig trees or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you the parable.
Is that from back then though? Were they calling them parables back then?
No. We're dealing with the KJV, the translation we have before us.
Oh, okay.
Because Richard said that it was a parable, so I'm still using that word, right? And it is used in the English Bible. Where does it say in English that it was a parable in that context?
Yo, what verse is it? Luke what?
Luke 16, I think it's verse 9. Don't quote me on that.
I thought you said Luke 3:16. Now you're saying Luke.
No. Luke 16, I said.
Hold on. Well, Luke 16 verse 9 doesn't say anything about hell or anything.
Okay, well, scroll till you find it. I don't have my Bible for where he starts talking about Lazarus and the rich man. What verse is it?
Okay, but there was a certain rich... Okay, everyone putting away his wife...
What verse is that?
19, 16 verse 19. But there was a certain rich man who used to dress in purple and fine linen and lived luxuriously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Eleazar, being covered with sores, who was placed at his gate, and longing to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Indeed, even the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to be that the beggar died and was carried by the messengers to the bosom of Abraham. And the rich man also died and was buried. Okay, so right there, first of all, he died and was carried by the messengers to the bosom of... And while suffering tortures in the grave, having lifted up his eyes, he saw Abraham far away and Eleazar in his bosom. And crying out, he said, Father Abraham, have compassion on me, and said Eleazar to dip the tip of his finger in water, and cool my tongue, for I am suffering in this flame. But Abraham said, Son, that in your life you received your good, and likewise Eleazar the evil. But now, okay, I mean, I read this over before, and basically they're trying to say that maybe even Sheol may be a place where even if you go, every soul goes there, but you still suffer in Sheol. And the people that did good will be on the other side, resting with Abraham and not suffer. But there's still the lake of fire and the judgment that you're gonna go to.
I never tried that. We didn't get that far. All I was saying is that the wicked who die now until the day of judgment, that they go to Sheol, and then when the day of judgment comes, they're put into the lake of fire.
But there's other verses, and don't ask me to pull them up right now, because I would have to go back on it. But there's other verses that say that Sheol is a resting place, because hold on, wasn't it one of them that said send me to Sheol so I can rest? Who said that again? And I know you.
You can't say it, because then I'm gonna ask.
They said send me to Sheol so I can rest, so my soul can be at peace. That's what one of them said.